Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to the personal statement writing series. In today's video we're going to focus on the passage of volunteering. The volunteering paragraph in any medicine personal statement is arguably one of the most important. It's an opportunity for you to show admissions tutors that during this long-term commitment you've gained skills in a healthcare setting. Now I know it's quite hard to volunteer during COVID times, but hopefully before then a lot of you who are keen to apply to medical school, particularly Cambridge, have been in hospitals volunteering, but also care homes. Volunteering in such settings is one of the most rewarding things that you can do during a medical school application. And the memories that I have from my volunteering placements when I applied to med school are arguably some of my most fond memories that I have throughout all of medicine so far. That was simply baking cakes with residents at the local care home, but also helping feed patients in the dementia ward at my local hospital. So my soppy memories aside, let me tell you how to write the volunteering paragraph, but also what is really important to include in it. First and foremost, it's really important to start off talking about where and when you did your volunteering placement. If you did multiple placements like I did, I suggest focus on the longest placement that you did. For example, you could say, I was fortunate to volunteer twice a week at my local care home, the Greenleaf Care Home, for 6 months. That's a nice opening introductory statement. And this shows admissions tutors that for a long time you've been thinking about medicine and that you've taken the initiative to spend a long and significant period of time, your own free time, to better understand healthcare settings. Now, when writing a volunteering paragraph, I think it's really nice to focus on one particular example that you had, whether it was baking like I did with the residents, or whether it was feeding patients during their meal times. A lot of the time when you're volunteering, you'll be helping people who are physically less able than you. For example, in my care home, the residents, they were very old, they had dementia, and so simple things that we take for granted, like drinking a cup of tea, were very difficult for them. And so appreciating the difficulties of people around you will help admissions tutors understand that you kind of have a good grasp of what empathy involves, and that you yourself were able to understand the struggles, the daily struggles that some of the people around you are going through. Another nice thing to touch upon whilst writing your volunteering paragraph is to talk about how you improved on something yourself. Now this could be, for example, your listening skills. You could talk about, for example, at the beginning of your volunteering placement, that patience was something that you didn't have much of, but spending time with residents and over many months looking at the staff working around you, you were able to better understand why patience is so important when dealing with, for example, the elderly, and how you over time were able to develop patience yourself, and how that has now helped you work so much better in the volunteering environment. Now this sort of improvement point could apply very well to other skills that you could have gained. So definitely try and compare and contrast between the start and the finish of your placement to highlight something that you learned from it and developed from it. So the main 2 points you should touch upon in your volunteering paragraph are the points of empathy, but also self-improvement. And last but not least, to finish off the paragraph, you could talk about how your volunteering placement motivated you even more to pursue medicine. Now this is a very personal reflection, so think about what you want to write, but I think another more interesting finishing statement could maybe highlight on a bit of the science of a disease that you may have seen during a volunteering placement. So when I was volunteering at my local care home, a lot of the patients had dementia. And so I used this as an opportunity to talk about the various types of neurodegenerative diseases and how they interested me. Not only the pathology of neurodegenerative diseases, but also how to care for patients who have late-stage neurodegenerative diseases. So that's a nice, more scientific ending that you could use for your volunteering paragraph that could lead on very well to your more research-based paragraph that should follow your volunteering paragraph. I've mentioned the key points that you must include, and feel free to include your own extra points that you think are quite important or quite relevant to talk about. Make sure to touch upon empathy, an improvement that you saw in yourself, but also a nice snappy finishing statement that reflects not only on your future outlook for medicine, but also what you learned from your volunteering placement. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy it, please smash the like button. If you really enjoyed it, then please do subscribe. It really helps me out, and it definitely motivates me to make more videos like this. And please go follow my Instagram. It's sen_cath. I'm pretty much always on there, and I try to answer all your DMs when I can. I do get quite a few, so be patient, and we'll get around to you soon enough. Anyway, the next video is going to be on your research paragraph for your personal statement. So this is a paragraph that's very, very important for those of you who are applying to universities such as Cambridge for medicine. So watch out for it, and I'll catch you guys soon in the next video. Bye-bye.